I'd have to change my name. Obviously, I've come to terms with that.
What was the process like for you, going through it all?
I've just struggled for like a year and a half.
Good morning and welcome to the Director First podcast. Today, we're going to be having a chat with one of the recent clients of ours just to understand what happened, what liquidation was like, and obviously how she's feeling now. Grace, thank you very, very much for joining us on this new episode as well, because look, completely different person. It's not Chris. I've seen some of your troll comments as well, people. This is the much younger, good-looking version of the two.
Good morning,
Thank
Sean.
you.
You all right?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Grace, can you just briefly, an introduction about yourself, a little about the business before the liquidation took place as well?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Grace. I'm the director and owner of a dog daycare and pet service business, which I started up when I was 14. So I've obviously come into a bit of a situation, and that's how I came about finding Director First.
Yeah. Just when we speak to directors, when I first speak to them, obviously when I spoke to yourself as well, how did you feel when you realised that your business it might need to go into liquidation? What were your feelings? What were you thinking at the time then?
Well, for me, I think there's two different business owners, isn't there? There's a business owner who can just start up, various different businesses. They're quite fluid. They're not that emotionally invested. And then there was me. I started this business from a very young age. It's all I've ever done. All of my heart, my soul, blood, sweat, and tears, all of that has gone into this business. So for me, I was extremely emotionally invested. This business is actually a part of who I am. Yeah. So you can imagine the impact on my mental health at the time. It was just absolutely awful. I can't tell you how bad it was, and it affected me so much. So I was just so grateful when I found you guys, and it makes me want to cry. Yeah, it was.
Don't, because you'll set me off, right? And this is my first podcast, so don't be doing that.
There's me. I was like, yeah, we're gonna have a laugh straight away. I start crying.
I know, yeah. Please don't cry. Do you know what? I remember speaking to you the first time, and do you know what? And it stood out to me. It was a Friday afternoon when we first spoke. Friday. It was early afternoon, and then I remember speaking to yourself again and your partner at the time.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I really, really felt for you guys, because I know, obviously, you've done this your whole life.
Yeah.
And I got it. I understood it with you, listen, I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but you just got to take a look at where you are now.
Honestly, it's just a relief. It's amazing. It's amazing what you guys do. It's brilliant. I couldn't recommend you any higher than I'd shout from the rooftops. Brilliant service.
You can do, by the way. You can go and shout from rooftops. Yeah. Make sure you mention me.
Check out the reviews, guys. There's a really good one on there.
There is. There's a very good one on there. Do you know what? Where we originally spoken, and again, it's same with other directors. What were your biggest fears, your concerns when before you made the call?
I was just very worried that it would be difficult. Obviously, it was sad for me knowing that I'd have to change my name. Obviously, I've come to terms with that, and really, I've upgraded my business now, started new, under a new name. So it's nice to have a fresh leaf. But I just thought it would be a lot more difficult than it was, and it felt like it. How is this legal to do? But it is. It's like such a loophole. Because I thought, this was it. I was going to be financially impacted majorly forever, and it's just not the end. It's not. it's not what I thought it would be, and it was just a lot easier of a process than I ever imagined, to be honest.
We yours and that when we were speaking, and see, it's not in every case is the same, but you've got to remember that the debts that you had, Jess, was the debt of the business. So you've got
Yeah,
to take
yeah,
yourself, not you
yeah,
personally, okay?
yeah.
It was
And
a
I've
company,
always
your company.
struggled to separate the
Yeah,
two, because I do feel like it is a part of me, and probably a lot of business owners who do put everything into their business probably do feel that way.
of course they
But
do. Yeah,
yeah,
it's the
that's it.
baby,
It's
isn't it?
not
Yeah,
you. It's just, a name.
yeah. Just that, yeah, and look at you now. Again, revert back to how you are now, and you're smashing it now.
Oh
That's
no, I wish I'd have done it so much sooner, because I'd really tried to bring it back from the brink for I'm gonna say a year and a half.
yeah,
Really tried to build up the finances better, and I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. And when I came to that realization and finally got in touch with you guys, it was just, I thought, why the hell have I put myself through that trying to do? I
yeah.
could have just started again and avoided all of that, but never mind, I got there in the end.
Well, that leads me on to my next one. So, what were the steps? So when you realised, you know what, this is where when you've made the decision, right, I need to get rid of this company. I need to place this company into liquidation. What were the steps that you took once you thought, right, I know what I'm doing here. I know what I need to do. What brought you to it?
So I had maxed out completely all of my personal finances. I'd got credit cards, like larger loans, borrowed from more family members, my partner. And when it came to actually, when my partner gave me some money towards trying to get back out of it, I hate asking, for any help for stuff like that. I hate it. So when that happened, I said to myself, I can't do this.
Yeah,
Hello?
you're back.
Hello?
You're back.
Can you hear me? I'm
I
back.
can now.
Oh, where did I get
Right.
to?
Do you know what? I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-ask you that question. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So and you'll just let Chris listen. If this is going out as it is, I apologise, guys, but we've hit a technical problem, and it was all my fault. Okay. It was all my fault.
It's all my fault.
So it's
Oh.
all my fault. So. Can you describe the steps that you took once you decided the liquidation was, the option for your business?
Yeah, so it got to a point where I'd completely maxed out my personal borrowing to
Yeah,
try to, drag this business back from the brink.
yeah,
And, I was heavily pregnant at the time. I'd gone through some personal circumstances as well. There's quite a lot of things going on.
yeah,
And it was when I'd started to borrow from family members and my partner,
yeah,
who's always been really supportive of me. It was, and I hate borrowing money. I hate asking for help. So it was when I got to that stage, and it was already affecting our relationship, emotionally. Um, and then to then ask him to, put some money into it. It was then that I just realised, I can't do this. And that's when my partner had a little look around for options for me.
yeah.
And that's when he found you guys.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, how did you come across us? In fact, I do remember you saying about your partner, and he come on a chat with us once, didn't he?
Yeah.
What made you work with us?
Well, it's videos like this that
Yeah.
we'd seen some, and he'd found you on Facebook. I think because he'd been googling liquidation companies,
Yeah.
your ads then started to appear on his Facebook, and he
Yeah.
saw your brother doing a
Yeah.
podcast, and he sent me one, and he said, I think we should, speak to these guys, because I did
Yeah.
actually have another quote with another liquidation company, but
Yeah.
they remember when I told you they quoted us double the price of what you guys.
Yes.
In fact,
Yeah.
I
I
think it was
remember.
more
Yeah.
than double.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
really, really good, social media presence, and we felt that we could trust you guys because we'd seen
Yeah.
your face on
Yeah.
social media, and it was clear like that you were passionate about what you were doing. So
Yeah.
that's what brought us in, really.
Well, Chris will follow you both around now. If you've seen him once on Facebook, you
Yeah,
will see that bold chap knocking around everywhere. I can assure you of
it's
that.
brilliant.
What was it? Do you know when we'd originally spoken, you decided, yeah, I'm going to work with director first. I'm happy to use these guys. What was the process like for you? Going through it all.
I think because I think we'd initially spoke with you, hadn't we? And I feel
Yeah,
like we just immediately clicked, and
yeah,
you'd always just made me feel so much less stress, just
yeah.
because you've got that sense of humour and that sort of banter about you. It just really takes the nerves away from it. Really, it just makes it more of an enjoyable process, which you'd never think. Liquidation, that's enjoyable.
No, yeah, no. That's
So
been. We have had some comical times doing
yeah,
this. Yeah,
honestly, I
jokes,
just
all sorts. Yeah.
yeah. So I
Well,
think that was what it was really. Just absolutely brilliant. I couldn't speak any more high of you, especially Sean. You've been brilliant.
thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Is there anything, looking back now for yourself and your partner as well, Grace, is there anything that you would have done any differently?
I would have definitely have contacted you a lot sooner.
Yeah, yeah,
If I'd have
yeah.
known, I'd have called you straight away.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, listen, hopefully you'll never need it, but we're always still on WhatsApp,
Hopefully,
aren't we? You know.
hopefully not. But if I
So,
ever
yeah,
did, I would
hopefully
have.
not in a nicer
I'll be
way, yeah.
calling you straight away if there's any
Yeah,
problems.
1,000,000%. I'm still yet to get a deal on this dog as well, aren't I? So I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a deal to be done on this
No,
dog.
that one's been rehomed now.
Was
You've
he
lost your
gone?
chance. Yeah, gone.
Brilliant. Right, next one, it's mine. Next
Yeah.
one is definitely mine. Obviously, this podcast is a little bit different than the ones that Chris normally finds, but our main thing is to delve into the director, see how they feel, how they was it, and it's genuine, isn't it? When I
Yeah.
first spoken to you, yourself and your partner, you were both genuine, you were lovely, and and it was a case of just guiding us both, weren't it? Because you had so many questions, and
Oh
it,
yeah.
but it's understandable because you don't know what you don't know, and you go online, even that when you go online and look at something, one thing's telling you one thing, and another one's telling you another thing, and
Yeah. You need
you just
real
want to be
straight
told,
answers. Mm.
yeah, just do it this way, or no, this is the best way, or what have you. So it, it genuinely was. So when you went into, I remember the week leading up to your liquidation, your creditors meeting, and I texted you and I said, right, I'll be ringing you 8 a.m. I think it was Saturday morning. I'll be ringing you to have like a little, a bit of a relief party. And it was
Yeah.
just after 9 a.m. because I'm going to Morrison's, and I rang you, and you was out in the rain with your little ones. So, and I remember that, and
Yeah. Just such
but
a relief.
yeah, I could hear in your voice. It was
Oh,
all done for you. For
it's
all of
just
you, yeah,
can't explain that feeling. It's just honestly, if you're going through any trouble and you're trying to, drag it back, just don't bother. You need to just start afresh. I just wished I'd have done it sooner. Honestly, I can't say that enough.
yeah,
And that's my biggest takeaway for anyone watching this is just, even if you just want to have a chat, Sean,
yeah,
you'd put anyone's mind at ease. And 100% recommend just call them, have a chat, and you'll realize what a difference it will make. It's like something that I wish I've done. I've just struggled for like a year and a half for no reason.
Yeah.
Honestly, never mind. But
in the past now
like
for
I
you, isn't it?
say,
You've got a new booming business, haven't you?
that's it.
Little
It's
kiddies
it's
partner.
going really
Yeah,
well now. Honestly,
good.
I can't tell you the feeling. It's worth it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Nike advert here, isn't there? I don't know if
Yeah.
I can say that on these. Sean's getting sued by Nike just on his first podcast.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that should be your new slogan.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Yeah. Hold a
Yeah.
picture sign up like that. Jay, I'll be honest with you, just I'm quite mindful of your battery as well on your phone. So
Yeah.
I want to start wrapping things up, but and
All
just,
right.
I mean, you've answered the majority, without me even asking these questions. And I just want to end it on a positive note where it's for us to speak to you now, to consider how we spoke to you originally, yourself and
Yeah.
your partner,
Yeah.
speaking to you now. Honestly, it means the world to us knowing, that we've done right by you, that you placed your trust in us. And we've got you through it. We've helped you through it.
That's it. The stuff that you guys do is just amazing. And
Yeah.
I bet you sleep so well at night knowing how many people you've helped. It must just be such a lovely job. Oh, I
Yeah,
couldn't be
it
more
is.
grateful, honestly. Thank you.
My pleasure. Well, on that, guys, I'm gonna stop the recording. I hope my first podcast went well. I hope you all enjoy watching it, and this time next year I'll probably be on BBC or Sky presenting. So I'm going to stop the recording, Jess. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for coming on
No
as well.
worries.
Okay.
Thank you so much for everything. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.